Dr. Sudhakar Balachandran, Shri Mohan Rakhamraju, esteemed faculty members and guests, and my dear students. I congratulate you for having completed your management programs from a prestigious institution and having received the degree from an eminent person today. A few months ago, during your final semester examination, during placement interviews, you might have been little stressed due to anxieties. Today you are relaxed and happy. Once you join your jobs, you may face another kind of stress. Let us be prepared for it with a welcoming mind. Stress is inevitable. We have to learn how to handle it. Let us see what kind of stress we face in life. The foremost reason for stress in day-to-day life is time-related. Whether it is reporting time, flight time, meeting time, convocation time, examination time, all of it creates stress. Way to cope with it is registering preponed timelines and calendars. If somebody says your meeting is at 10 o'clock, it should register as 9:45. Intimation comes, your examination starts from 25th March, it should register as 24th of March. It's a little difficult to practice, but once you train your mind, you can win the world. This glass of water, if you want me to hold like this for 5 minutes, I can. But if you want me to hold it for 5 hours, I will collapse. Similarly, stress can be carried through for a little while, but if you carry it on for hours together, you will break down. That's why it is said, don't take your office to home. Suppose you get a nasty letter from your boss or from your important client. You feel like giving a befitting reply, and it hangs on your mind until you do that. You feel like blasting, otherwise you are stressed. But if you do that, you are going to spoil your relations. Then what is the solution? The solution is to type out the most befitting reply with all your reactions immediately, but not to mail it for 3 days. Third day, your reply will go not only befitting, but polite. In your jobs, you may face different stress situations. Like you may not be given the appropriate responsibility. You may not be assessed justifiably. Somebody may be playing politics against you. How to handle it? What are the remedies? Number one, look at these issues 10 years hence. They would appear very trivial. Number two, without any fear or losing temper, seek justice. And number three, always believe that no job is small or big. It is the way in which you do makes it small or big. Let us look at the center of gravity of stress. A villager boarded a train one day and he occupied his seat, but kept carrying his heavy trunk on his head. Somebody asked, "Why don't you keep it aside?" He answered innocently, "This is my load. I have to carry it on my head." Similarly, many of us are carrying loads on our minds. That poor man didn't know that he could have shifted the center of gravity of the load during his journey time. So is the case with many of us. In my time, I used to see people, elderly people, all the time worrying. My daughter is grown up. She is of marriageable age. I have to search for a suitable match. Instead, they could have made a list of 10 most trusted friends and sought their help. Or they could have gone to the newspaper or internet to explore. This would have shifted their load at least for some time, offsetting the load for some time. How can prioritization and homework reduce your stress? If you work on first come first basis, first paper first, first telephone first, first visitor first, end of the day, you may be stressed for having missed out the most important task of the day because others are dictating your priorities. You are not. A 4-quadrant segregation of your jobs may relieve you from undue stress. First quadrant, urgent and important. Second quadrant, urgent but not important. You know it's not important, but your boss needs it today. So it becomes urgent but not important. Third quadrant, important but not urgent. Your computer has crashed. It's most important to fix it. But number of clients are waiting to sort out their problems. And fourth quadrant is not urgent, not important. So it's no dispute as regards first and fourth quadrant. All the acumen, all the neck is involved in handling the second and third quadrant. Some of you will go to very busy jobs. You should try this. Then homework. You all know that I write to you a monthly letter on some theme. Until a few months ago, on 25th of the previous month, I used to get a bit stressed and worried. What should be the topic this time? What should be the theme this time? What examples I should use? Where to look at the data, etc., etc. Then I decided to do some extra homework and prepare a couple of letters in advance. And now I feel at rest on 1st of every month. Now, let me talk about stress-related diseases. There are n number of diseases originating from stress, right from diabetes to pelvic pain syndromes to cancer. Recently, I saw a very interesting book, A Headache in the Pelvis, authored by Dr. David Weiss and Anderson of Stanford University. It's a beautiful book. Authors have wonderfully explained the root cause analysis of the pelvic pain syndrome. You watch out a dog or a monkey in panic. You will see he bends his tail inside his rear legs and compresses his pelvic muscles. During rest or during pleasure, he goes on vibrating his tail to remove that compression, that stress. Unfortunately, man has lost his tail during evolution. But the inner structure and the muscles are same. So during anxiety, tension, fear, he compresses his muscles, and due to chronic constriction, develop the pain triggers, the reduced blood flow, and inhospitable environment for the nerves and blood vessels. I wish we all had tails. To relieve our stress during leisure, not only from pelvic region but also from the entire backbone, which has 1 billion neurons. There would be no neurologic pains in millions and millions of people. Yoga and pranayama give some relief to you. They are helpful in removing the stress from body and mind. Through yogic exercises like butterfly, you can remove some of the pelvic stress. And through deep breathing exercises like Anulom Vilom, you can cleanse your system. It is nothing but inhaling from left nostril as deep as you can and exhaling from the right nostril, taking twice the time and vice versa. Do it 10 times in the morning. We don't use our lungs fully. It is like this. I offer you some water to drink from this glass. You consume some of it. Tomorrow again we meet, I add on some water and again give the same glass to you to drink. I never clear the water completely from the glass. This is what exactly we are doing in our breathing. Always leaving some contaminated residual air inside. So unless we breathe in and breathe out completely, we cannot purify ourselves and we cannot clean our body completely and feel fresh. I may be sounding little orthodox, but these are some of the clues to stress relieved living. May you all lead a stress managed life and be healthy. God bless you.